should be able to continue to hear me as I'm looking at the channels. Okay, here we go. We're going to Discord Q&A. So before I get into the questions, I do want to say that the process in exploring our opportunities with Ashes of Creation and publishing in both the EU and CIS in Russia, we had a very long search. We chatted with pretty much every possible partner that was available to bring the project to those regions. And, you know, for us, really the focus was being able to have a simultaneous launch globally. And in order to do that with the pace that we are moving at in hitting a target before 2020, it really was not an option for us to publish ourselves. So we knew that finding a partner would require that they not only shared our vision from a anti-pay-to-win standpoint and from a quality service standpoint, but that they were willing to make Ashes of Creation their number one priority from a published game. Now, obviously, a lot of publishers that exist out there, they have a lot of games under their belt, and sometimes smaller games can get lost in the mix of responsibilities that a publisher might have. So we wanted to make sure that a publisher understood and recognized that Ashes of Creation will very likely be one of the largest MMORPGs to release in a very good amount of time. And, you know, my.com and Mail.ru, like many publishers, they come with good and bad, just like developers do. But in our discussions with them, we felt most confident and sincere that their company was focused on sharing our vision from not just a design standpoint and a monetization standpoint in turning the page on what has previously been a market dominated by Eastern developers with particular monetization tactics that are more acceptable in their regions. But that they wanted to share the course forward with a Western developer like Intrepid Studios and emphasize a different path, a path kind of less traveled over the past decade. So we felt most sincere with my.com and Mail.ru's intent to follow through with that, which is why we were really excited in announcing our partnership with them for Europe and Russia. Now, aside, I have read and seen the concerns, even though today was a unbelievably busy day. I have obviously read and watched the comments in Discord, and you know, part of that is not just a creative vision standpoint, because that is a fairly easily alleviated concern, understanding even my.com coming to the Discord and expressing that point that our vision is 100%, we are in control of that. But additionally, that from a customer service standpoint, from a server standpoint and quality of service, that we have stipulated very particular performance benchmarks in order to publish Ashes of Creation in EU and in Russia, and those will be adhered to. We have that in ink. So regardless of the history that may exist in the perception and eyes of our community or in the broader MMORPG community, I would ask that.
Did he die?
I don't know.
I think he died.
We lost him.
Steven, no!
Most likely.
Take it. No, he's back.
He's back.
Hey guys. Sorry, I got a phone call. Apparently Discord connects you if you get a phone call on your phone. So where did I leave off? Oh, okay. So with regards to, I would ask a bit of leeway and understanding and trust from you guys as a community in the fact that I understand the reputation and history of many publishers. I have run a very large guild.
Tell him I said hi.
Oh my goodness!
Again?
Can you hear me again?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. Again, the phone call. It will not stop calling. Very funny
Never
story.
laugh.
I'm sorry. A very funny story. I met an interesting taxi driver on the way to Gamescom this morning, and no joke, he pulled over on the side of the road, jumped out of the car, and peed on the side of the road. And then he got back in the car and said, "I'm sorry, I had to go pee." I was just, oh my gosh, I've never experienced such a thing. Anyways, really funny. Yeah, it was interesting.
That sounds like a bad Deadpool ripoff.
Yes, sir.
So, anyways, I would ask the trust of the community that I would never form a partnership and relationship to the degree that we will be forming one with my.com Mail.ru if I did not have the utmost confidence, regardless of whatever history might exist, that their commitment to not only the project Ashes of Creation, but to our vision would be one that moves our community into a very good position, both from a customer service standpoint and a quality of service as well. But let me go specifically and start addressing some of the questions. So we'll start at near the top. All right. There's more at the top. Here we go. Okay. Will there be a region lock? So at the moment, there obviously is a discussion with regards to region lock. There is no definitive answer. It is very possible that there will not be a region lock. We're capable of identifying players and accounts and tagging them as either European or Russia. I'm sorry, what is this? A Catfall UI? Let's go with not a cat, but let's go with foot there. 2. What did Jeff say? Was there any other UI that needs approval? Okay, that's fine. Just have Jeff go through and do preliminary approval, and I'll take a look at whatever's remaining.
Background info.
Okay, sorry about that. I got another. Okay, so the answer to that question is, at this moment, I don't know, but it's very possible, and I would say likely that there won't be a region lock because we can identify players as a part of their region without having to IP block. Okay, question from Elliot. Is the maintenance and patch updates on EU servers managed by Intrepid instead of my.com? So all content is created by Intrepid Studios. With regards to maintenance, maintenance will be implemented at the discretion and instruction by Intrepid Studios, and patch updates will follow the update schedule that Intrepid Studios set forth. Is Intrepid still planning to self-publish in North America? Yes, Intrepid Studios will be self-publishing in North America. From Pell, will the Oceanic and Southeast Asian region be thrown into the... Wow. Unbelievable, Pell. Unbelievable.
It's very believable.
No, it's not. So the answer to that is, at this moment in time, we do not have a publisher in mind for Oceanic and Southeast region of Asia. So we will likely be self-publishing in OCE. But it is very possible that legal restrictions may be applied to that type of publishing. And if we can do so in the period of time that matches a simultaneous launch, we would love to, but there could potentially be a delay in that regard because of those restrictions. But we are looking into it now. Okay, question from I've Got No Life. What will you do to counter the account theft that... Whoops, sorry. Can you hear me? Yeah? I'm okay. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yep, you're fine.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. What will you do to counter the account theft that occurs in my.com? Well, I mean, obviously, like any internet-based company, there's always the risk, and my.com realizes this, we realize this, of individuals attempting to breach our security to steal account information. That's why we utilize different security precautions, such as hashtagging out the details of your account personal information and I'm sure that my.com has implemented. Whoops.
But if we can dive in a little bit on that one, Stephen.
Sure.
Given that my.com has a track record of having accounts stolen and hacked, I think we need more reassurances than we use the basic standard procedures.
Yeah, and no way to recover these accounts.
What I can say is that, I mean, like all of us who watch the news, when there is any opportunity for security breaches to occur with any internet-based company that hosts personal information, the companies that tend to have breaches in the past are the ones who tend to beef up their security the most going forward. So regardless, I would say, of what security breaches have occurred in the past, I think that that would be an indicator of my.com Mail.ru reinforcing and beefing up their security precautions. But that is obviously something that Intrepid Studios will discuss with them and ensure that, you know, our community, not just the community now, but our community in the future for EU and Mail.ru does have additional safeguards in place for security account information.
There's a lot of trust.
Security measures.
Sorry, go ahead.
But security measures are not in your current contract.
Security measures are in the current contract, absolutely.
So, as a person who's played multiple my.com games,
and I will say this though, guys, specifics with regards to contract language or details, I'm obligated not to discuss. But I can give you direction that if it is in Intrepid Studios' interest to make sure that verbiage is always in place to secure our community's security.
Just to comment on what you said, that they are more likely to improve it after being breached, even after they were breached multiple times in Revelation Online and having to change our passwords. Their HTTPS key on their website remained expired for months, and they didn't resolve that until very recently.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, as I said, part of this partnership with Mail.ru and my.com is important for Intrepid Studios to work very closely with them. If that's a concern of our communities, it is something obviously that we will bring to their attention and vet as progress to be made in that regard. I will say this is no small project for Mail.ru my.com. Ashes of Creation is a very large MMORPG, even at this point, without being released yet, with the size of our community, with the daily hits on our web, without having not even done marketing yet. We are in a very interesting position from any other MMORPG that's released, especially for being a brand new IP. This is almost unheard of, the level of following and community size that we've been able to achieve with still this amount of time yet to launch. So you'll see in the my.com statement today, even, they said they believe this will be one of the largest MMOs ever released, and we share that belief, which means that it is in both parties' best interest that we work very closely together to accommodate the concerns and wants of our community. And I think they recognize, as we do, that the way forward in gaming, online gaming, is to have a very intimate relationship with your community from the highest parts of a company. You know, just for me to be on Discord with you, you know, it is important to know that we're setting the tone for other companies moving forward. I don't think this is often done.
My.com never reads this.
Oops. Okay. Let me move on to the next question. Question from Lord Tempe. Hello. Me and a lot of others are really concerned about the localization. Because the original Kickstarter, we were under the impression that there wouldn't be a region lock. Any comments? So I did address the region lock. With regards to localization, I will say that one of the important things that Intrepid Studios is doing is we are coding custom tools in the engine to help facilitate localization efforts on the project. So this makes localization from a publisher's standpoint a much easier process to accommodate, so that not just from a speed standpoint, but from being able to fully execute these localization efforts, not just for language, but for culturalization as well. There's a lot of tools being built into the project for those localizations effort on Intrepid's behalf. Okay. Next
Steven,
question.
can I say something?
Hello,
Yes.
I'm from Russia. Can I ask you
Hello.
something?
Dobry den, my friend. Yes, go ahead.
Добрый день. My question is the same. In Russia, male is the worst Asian group ever. They and arcade. They are destroying the game. They put no rights. The players have no nothing. Don't want to ask. They just banned, drop us. Why are you taking us in the hole?
I think I understand.
It's too many
the
people
question.
in the chat at the moment.
Is that why we're having? Can you guys hear me?
Most
okay
likely.
when I talk?
No, you're static sometimes.
You're lagging a bit. You're starting to break up a lot.
That one person wasn't breaking up, but your voice is smooth as butter.
Yeah.
You're lagging terribly, Steven.
Maybe everyone stop talking and just let Steven talk so there's less traffic.
Yeah, do me a favor. Let's do this. Make sure you mute your mics and let's try not to transmit. Let me see if I'm just talking, if I can answer these questions first, and then I'll try to do voice chat. And if that doesn't work, oh well. So am I breaking up now? You can tell me in chat. Okay. Let me see. My master to discuss. Okay, so I'm good. Okay, thank you. Okay, so let me. Since I did kind of understand what your comment was, I didn't catch your name, my Russian friend. I will say that again. I understand the history. Many publishers have. I mean, I think it would be difficult for many people to say which publishers they like. But I will say this, that I can tell you in my discussions with Mail.ru and My.com, they are very dedicated to both the success of this project and the collaboration with Intrepid Studios. So
that's for bullshit. Why is there so many people muted?
Haru, shut up.
Sure.
It's okay, guys. So anyways, that's it. Let me back to the questions here. Okay, Discord Q&A. Right. Next question. Okay, here we go. Region law, VPN is all right to make posts. Okay. 100 Smiles asks, is it all right to make a publishing deal over 2 regions with essentially one Russian holding included into sanctions anytime? And why did you pick dudes with such awful rep in them? So again, I sort of answered that question to begin with, that we had many discussions with many people, and it was the sincerity and willingness to focus on the publication of Ashes of Creation with Intrepid retaining 100% creative control over the project that led us to believe My.com Mail.ru will do the best job by our community standard. With regards to one Russian holding that could be secluded in sanctions at any time, that's a trickier question. It is. I don't have a concern over that side of things. We have a very strong legal team, and we don't believe that there would be any potential future geopolitical situations that would include sanctions of an already published and licensed product, especially a virtual one. If anything, the impact would be from an accounting standpoint. Okay, Argon Fox asks, will My.com be in control of billing, finances, other forms of data that to the player? Yes, My.com and Mail.ru will have billing and account information that they will manage for Intrepid Studios environment to ensure that our community is taken care of. Horizon Samuel asks, why do you trust My.com? Well, again, it comes down to not just the capabilities that My.com and Mail.ru have from an infrastructure standpoint, from an employee-based standpoint, from a monetary capability standpoint, but also in our discussions with them, we felt most comfortable with their understanding of our objectives as developers, as gamers, of answering calls that forward when it comes to creating an MMORPG that's going not a cash grab money, pay to win, stealing effort, but adhere to Ashes of Creation's desires for that. And it's not just a matter of trust, but this stuff is contractual, so it's not really trust. That's the issue there. Question from Ario: can we see new gameplay videos of streams very soon? Gameplay footage at Gamescom, no, but we will have some new gameplay footage for our stream on September 1st from PAX West. Sinwolf, just why? ? Well, Sinwolf, it's really about bringing to our communities globally the ability to play Ashes of Creation before 2020. And it's also about making sure that we have strong global partners to handle the size of the launch we're expecting for Ashes of Creation. I don't want to predict what that size will be, but right now we have projections that are pretty big, and those projections are backed up by some pretty solid forecasts. So, question from Kata: will the community be handled by My.com or Intrepid, or both? Both, I think. I think that Intrepid will always have a community that anybody globally can plug into. That includes our forums, that includes our Discord. Those are managed by us. And then additionally, I believe that My.com and or Mail.ru will also have community sites that you'll be able to connect to if you wish. That's fine. Those who kickstarted already got packs. Are they fine with the current package when it comes to their lifetime subs? Yes, they are, Kata. That was absolutely a very important topic of our discussions with many potential publishers, was that it is a absolute red line for Intrepid Studios that our Kickstarter and already purchased account holders are accommodated and fulfilled. So that is something that they're committed to, and what's important to us. Next question.
Referrals?
Sorry. For some reason, you're right. You guys are right. I hope I'm not as choppy as you are for me. I hope you guys can hear me okay.
It's what a lot of people join. It's not that bad.
Okay. All right.
Too many people in the chat.
Mute the channel from all of us, please.
Hi, Shan.
Yeah, if there is a moderator, I don't know. But okay, a lot of these seems like duplicate questions, so let me see here. Let's see. From Roscoe: what made you think using My.com was remotely a good idea? Nice. Well, Roscoe, again, the discussions that we had, Mail.ru and My.com were the most they were just the best discussions that we had when it came to vision, shared vision, and understanding that we retain that control, and that this will be their number one focus. And then additionally, the guys over at My.com, they're good. I mean, talking with Volker today, with Michael, with Andreas, with Alexi, these are good guys who are gamers. It's so funny is that many of the My.com guys were our Kickstarter backers. So it was actually pretty cool. Okay, let's see. Shinix, with the current news of EU, I did answer the OC. Okay, alluring. Can NA be OC friendly? Timed events. The timed events for servers will be according to their regions. We need to accommodate the predominant player base of a particular server according to their time zone. Needletail: no customer support with tickets lasting months. Bad community management and moderation. Their database had major leakage leading to accounts and getting hacked. Promises. My blanket statement on this, guys, would be this: with regards to the history that's there. I cannot tell you words and erase your experiences or your perception. The only thing I can ask you to do is trust me that the partnership we have struck with My.com and Mail.ru in bringing Ashes of Creation to Europe and to Russia and CIS will be a very close one, and it will involve feedback from Intrepid Studios to them and from them to us about the regions, and whatever concerns lie in the execution of Ashes of Creation in those regions that we hear from the community, you can be rest assured that My.com and Mail.ru will see those. If not from seeing it from you, they'll see it from us. And I have full belief that our partnership that we have struck will facilitate the changes you would want to see if they were not satisfactory. I have complete confidence that the discussions we have had now for the past almost 5 months in negotiating these terms are the most beneficial to our community and to the project itself, and will ensure not only a long-lasting and retentive game and in Ashes of Creation, but additionally will bring a large number of players to the project. And as you know, with an MMORPG, population is key. Population is key to making the game more enjoyable for everybody. With that being said, I want to make sure that, despite some of the reception we've seen today, this is very good news. This is not, and I can't get into the details, but I can tell you, with myself personally funding the project entirely, this deal does bring quite a considerable amount of resources to the project from a development standpoint. And those resources go directly into the project additionally. So this is a very good day for the project for Ashes of Creation. And I do want you to know I see your concern, but I would ask that you grant, at least until you see these problems for yourself, I would ask that you grant some leeway and allow the industry to turn a page. Allow what we said early on in Kickstarter was that we as gamers were upset in the direction that publishers and development studios have gone. And one of the ways, well, let me finish one second. One of the ways that we help to turn the page in the practices of other companies or development studios, whatever, is to shed the light on the desires of the community, what resonates with players. So I think that this is a step in that direction. I would give Blood a chance. Okay, go ahead. You can say something. We're still
You were
there?
cutting off at the last part.
Since you said, these aren't concerns that are greatly going to affect us right now, what about like a large majority of EU players eventually coming to NA and it's going to be like a major desync?
It's very difficult for me to understand. Maybe what I would do is for these types of questions, and I hope you guys can hear me better than I can hear you, but for these types of questions, I might tag me in the Ashes discussion channel so that I can see it, and you can ask a live question there, but I cannot understand verbally what's being asked. So I'll start looking at the discussion. How much avocado do you put on toast? I don't like avocado on toast. I do like guacamole though, especially Chipotle. If my friend designs a mushroom house, can it be implemented in the game? It depends if your friend owns the package that I think allows for the custom. Bathroom says, "Hi, Steve. Steven, I have serious doubts about my recent decision you guys made. About recent decision, I'm extremely worried about my concerns are. The game is going to pay to win. The game will not be pay to win. 2, new question about region locking. We don't have an answer for region locking yet, however, I don't think that will be the case. 3, what will the payment plan be? The payment plan will be subscription. 4, how are we going to pay for the game? PayPal card. I don't know the specific answer to that. I think both might be fine. And then 5, if stuff goes south, we'll be able to change the publisher. I don't believe that things will go south, but I believe if things do go south, both the publisher and the developers would want to change the arrangement. So I don't believe there's concern about that. Okay. Question was, what will Intrepid Studios do to counter all the EU refugees that come to NA? Stabby, I don't believe that. I believe if EU listens to what my.com is saying and the effort that they are showing right now in assuring the community that they will do everything possible and have a lot of resources available to do so to facilitate a good environment from a customer service standpoint, from a server standpoint, and we'll be working closely with Intrepid to ensure those things. I don't believe there will be many EU refugees. I think that EU will give my.com a chance in this regard, and we'll see the success that they will have achieved. An opportunity for everyone. Nam, give me a kiss. All right. You may have a friendly, purely platonic kiss. A question from Xerxes. Okay, got that. How was your day from? Ooh, you have no idea, Ruby. I am so tired. I literally, my head fell down in the taxi on the way to the hotel tonight. Now this will be okay. Can you in NA? Yes, there will be a server sheet minimum spec that's required, and that will be sufficient to provide exemplary service and performance of the game. What about the referral program? Says you saw there was a my.com release today, press release, and it did include the referral program. So that is a good thing. Chili, what you need to do is give everyone some insurance. I would prefer verbal. Back your words to the bottom. Come down to your company will foresee and resolve for it. Intrepid Studios would not engage in a partnership where quality of service was not of the utmost, and we feel confident that our partners could achieve that. And we do feel confident that my.com and Mail.ru have a commitment and focus to deliver an absolutely stellar experience to our community, not just from a quality of service standpoint, but from standpoint here. Let's see here, hashtag refugee, awesome rock. Thank you. Let's see, two questions. Elliot asks, what about Mail.ru's stance on gay marriage implementation in games? I don't know what the arrangement was with Revelation Online, but I do know that Intrepid does maintain 100% of creative control over the game, and that will not be the case. You realize that my.com is close to trying in terms of how bad they managed. Something that I will be playing. AOC is not on servers. What I would ask of you, Kemba Colloid, obviously you can do whatever you want. It's 100% whatever you. I'm not going to tell you to do one thing or the other. But if I were in your position, I would trust the word I'm giving you that we've vetted this and we feel it will be successful. We feel it'll be a experience for the community that lives up to their expectations and standards of the product produced by Intrepid Studios. From beyond, I'm EU and I was having this game can ensure that it will not go pay to win. I can indeed. If you could be a potato, what type of potato would you be? I would probably be a russet potato. Ruscar, what will happen with the referral program? The referral program will continue. It was in their press release today. Will they fix their buggy bad launcher? I believe they'll be using Intrepid's launcher, even in EU. Just be tagged with a European my.com marker. So I would be concerned about that. We'll see. I don't know. Can't actually. Jerem asks, I hope you understand that we trust in you. Thank you. Can I trust my.com? I understand you're asking us to trust in times, and I want to make a 180. People did not expect this. You know what I would say, Jerem, about that is, we have all shared the direction of the industry, and we have expressed that the only way to change the industry is to do it with our support behind projects like Ashes and Intrepid Studios. I think this is one of the steps in ensuring that type of change within the industry. And I would say, don't quit now, my friend. Kickstarter. Do you think you would have raised as much on Kickstarter? I don't know, Cake. That's a great question. Probably not, I guess. Maybe. There was a considerable amount of people from obviously EU, but what I would say is that, again, the aspect is don't judge this book before it's come out. I know that you have your personal experiences to contend with, but I would say look at what Intrepid has done so far with regards to honoring our principles. In Kickstarter, we guaranteed no pay to win. We've offered no pay to win. We did not in our store. We've been transparent. We have included you in the discussion about the game, and we just released our iteration on Action Combat, which took into account many of the things the community was saying. I would say extend that trust out a little. Macros, will they fix their buggy bad launcher? Am I still awesome for Poisons? Yes, you are awesome for Poisons. What if they don't deliver? If they don't deliver, then we fix it. There's a way to fix that. I am EU, and I was having hope. Oh wait, I already saw that one. Will they fix it? Okay, wait. I think he's bunching back. Death Proxy. How will you address mail thousands of PCs with viruses and malware? I don't know. I hadn't seen that. Just recently had a virus attack on my laptop. First virus automatically. Well, I can say that won't be the case because all packets and deliverables and installments will be packaged by Intrepid. So that's not something that I would be concerned about. Trust is very hard to get with little information. That's why I'm here, to. That is why I'm here, my friend. Thank you for your answers from beyond. Death Proxy. I saw that one right now. Will there be two-way authentication or security added? Yes, there will be two-factor authentication. Okay. Let's see. Please give us some form of token-based two-factor authentication. There will be a token-based two-factor authentication. Yes, there are. We already currently. I think we're going to have that probably in place for Alpha 1, I believe. Actually, I think that's on the web dev. To be complete before October. If my customer expert doesn't answer my ticket, would I be able to contact Intrepid on it? If my.com does not answer your customer support ticket, there may be a way for us to integrate some type of ticket submission from Intrepid that is possible. Good morning. Sorry, just joined. Don't know the answer. Publishers, yes, we chose my.com and Mail.ru over other publishers because we believe that they are best capable of executing the vision set forth by Intrepid Studios, and that they will be a good partner for the project to have. Steven, if my cousin does this, okay, I already got that one. I misunderstand. Wait, I keep thinking going up here. So what would be your response if I don't to go against a word not have pay to win? Have you made it firm and very clear there will be no pay to win? Yes, we've made it firm, very clear, not just verbally but contractually. Complete trust in you, and I will be following you. Thank you, Faisal. I appreciate that about you. Alpha 5 still think yes. We'll be announcing dates for Alpha 5 to begin very, very soon. Very soon. That was injected into their launcher from Death's Proxy. He's winning game, so iteration. a question. I'll tell you what, Deaths. I will take a look into that. I will take a look into that. As it stands, I believe we will be using the Ashes of Creation launch.
Yeah, Steve,
and
when you were calling out the last...
I'm sorry, I still can't understand. I don't know why, but it must be because we have so many people on the channel. No, it's like super buggy. Nagash asks, when did you know you could not self-publish? Why did you not tell us sooner? I believe back in May, actually, I did comment in Discord that it would be possible. It was something we were looking into, but the reason why there was such short notice for Gamescom was because we quite literally deal about 3 days before. Oops, can you hear me okay now, or am I still?
A little bit.
You're fine now, but we didn't catch at all what you just tried to explain to us.
All right. Okay, guys. I hope that you guys can hear me okay, and I hope that you extend some trust in this regard. I would say I'm not trying to say that to discount your experiences, but I am saying this from an understanding that Ashes of Creation is my baby, and I will make sure that EU and Russian CIS community is taken care of. And that means a close relationship with my.com and Mail.ru to hear their community, to hear our. So I will stick around on Discord to type a little bit longer, but I appreciate you guys hopping on voice chat and giving me a chance to talk with you guys. My favorite part of this whole endeavor is knowing that I can jump into Discord and literally have hundreds, if not thousands, of people chat with me about the stuff. Something we all care about and something we're all passionate about. So I'm going to hop into chat because I know this is difficult on voice. I'll stick around there for a little bit. I hope you guys are having an awesome day.
Cool, thanks.
Thank you.